You've been putting in the hours. You've been consistent. You've been showing up. But somewhere along the way, the progress stopped. The numbers aren't moving. The skills aren't sharpening. The results aren't coming. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, yet you feel like you're running in place. Exhausted, frustrated, and quietly wondering if you've hit your ceiling. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You haven't hit your ceiling. You've hit a plateau. And plateaus are not signs of failure. They're signs that your current approach has taken you as far as it can, and it's time to change something. The problem isn't that you're not working hard. It's that you're working the same way you've always worked, expecting different results. And that, as Einstein famously observed, is the definition of insanity. Let's diagnose why you're stuck and how to fix it. Number 1, you're practicing, but not deliberately practicing. There are 2 kinds of practice. The first is comfortable repetition, doing what you already know how to do, again and again. This feels productive. It feels like work, but it doesn't make you better. It just makes you entrenched. The second kind is deliberate practice. It's uncomfortable. It targets your weaknesses. It pushes you just beyond your current ability. Most people spend years doing the first kind and wonder why they don't improve. They do the same kind of work and expect growth. But growth doesn't come from repetition. It comes from stretching. The fix: identify the specific skill you're avoiding because it's hard. Practice that, just that, for the next 30 days. Not the easy stuff, the hard stuff. Number 2, you're consuming more than you're creating. Reading about improvement feels like improvement. Watching tutorials feels like learning. Listening to podcasts feels like growth. But consuming information is not the same as producing work. And without production, there's no real progress. You can read every book ever written about writing, and you will not become a better writer until you write. The gap between knowing and doing is where dreams go to die. The fix: for every hour you spend consuming information about your craft, spend at least 2 hours practicing your craft. Consumption should be the appetizer. Production is the main course. Number 3, you're getting feedback from the wrong people. Feedback is essential for improvement. But not all feedback is equal. Praise from your mom doesn't count. Neither does criticism from strangers who've never done what you're trying to do. You need feedback from people who are further along than you. People who can look at your work and say, here's what's wrong, and here's how to fix it. That kind of feedback is rare and uncomfortable, but it's the only kind that actually makes you better. The fix: find one person whose work you admire and whose judgment you trust. Ask them for honest feedback. Not what do you think, but what's the biggest weakness you see in my work, and how would you improve it? Then listen without defending. Number 4, you're not measuring the right things. If you don't know what improvement looks like, you can't know if you're improving. Getting better is too vague. Increasing my writing speed from 500 to 800 words per hour is specific. Vague goals produce vague results. When you don't measure your progress precisely, you can't diagnose what's working and what isn't. You're flying blind. The fix: define one clear, measurable metric for your improvement. Just one. Track it weekly, and let that number tell you the truth about whether you're actually getting better. Number 5, you're surrounded by people who don't challenge you. Jim Rohn famously said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people are comfortable and satisfied with mediocrity, you'll drift toward their level. If no one around you is pushing for more, you won't either. The fix: seek out people who are better than you. Join communities where the standard is higher. Attend events where you're the least accomplished person in the room. Discomfort is the price of growth. Pay it. Number 6, you're not resting strategically. This sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Improvement doesn't happen during practice. It happens during recovery. When you sleep, when you rest, when you step away, that's when your brain consolidates what you've learned and your body repairs itself. If you're grinding nonstop, you're not improving faster. You're breaking yourself down without giving yourself time to rebuild. The fix: schedule rest as intentionally as you schedule work. Take 1 full day off per week. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Step away from your craft periodically. Counterintuitively, stepping back is often what allows you to leap forward. Number 7, you've lost your why. At the beginning of your journey, you had a clear reason for pursuing your goal. But somewhere along the way, that reason got buried. Now you're working out of habit, obligation, or fear of stopping. You've forgotten why you started. When the why is gone, the how becomes meaningless. You're going through the motions without any real drive. The fix: Reconnect with your purpose. Write down the reason you started this journey. Not the shallow reason. The deep one. The one that makes you feel something. Read it every morning. Let it reignite the fire that first got you moving. You're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because your current approach has reached its limit. And the only way past that limit is to change something. Start with one fix. Just one. The one that resonated most while you were reading. Apply it for 30 days. Notice the difference. Then add another. Improvement is not a mystery. It's a system. Understand the system, and you understand how to grow. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel. And if you want a practical guide to building habits that actually stick, my book 40 Atomic Habits for Online Success is available on Gumroad. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.